Hello everybody and welcome back to 539 Productions. So I recently received an email from the folks over at ThruNight, and they wanted me to check out their brand new headlamp, the ThruNight TH30, a really neat looking headlamp. And so I went over to their website and checked it out, and it looked absolutely amazing, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying when I start talking about it here. But I figured, how cool would it be to go to this old ghost town that's flooded underneath the waters of this reservoir and test it out in the middle of the night and see how well it works. And seeing as it's in the middle of nowhere and has lots of wide open spaces, as well as kind of those cramped, confined forest environments, it would give us the perfect location to try out all of the different aspects of this very special headlamp. And it even has one feature which could actually save your life, and we'll talk more about that coming up. Alright, so we have finally arrived. Let's go ahead and get this puppy on and see how well it works. And also we can see how flooded this ghost town is tonight and see what it looks like in the dark. Alright, so far so good. I've got it strapped on my head here. And you can see pretty well it's on not the highest setting right now, but we'll go ahead and scroll through the different settings on the flashlight. So it's a little bit bright on the camera right now because I'm having to light my face as well. But it has 4 different normal modes, and then it also has something called Firefly mode and Turbo mode. And let me go ahead and scroll through these normal power modes right now to show you the different brightness levels. There's low, medium, and then high. So let's go ahead and keep walking down here until we get out to the main area, and I'll show you the turbo and the firefly modes here. I'm not really sure what we're gonna run into out here at night. I did see a few people on the reservoir fishing as I passed over the bridge on the way here. And there could be a deer out here and any number of birds. Might be some cranes that are possibly sleeping now. But I can definitely hear a few birds as I'm out. And you're starting to be able to see the street now. This is kind of crazy looking. You can't even see where I parked. It's so far away. And it's really almost the perfect flashlight for explorers. It's got so many crazy awesome features that make it perfect for those people out there, especially the YouTubers that are looking for a great light to bring around with them at night that's going to be powerful, portable. You can put it right on your head. That way you don't have to fumble around with the handheld flashlights, and one of its really great features, which I will show you here when we get to the end of the road, is it's recharging. And you can recharge it just with your regular micro USB charger. So that means if you want to charge it in the car, you can charge it in the car. If you want to charge it while you're editing your video at the end of the night, you can do that. Or if you even want to hook it up to a nice little USB charging bank and charge it on the go, you can do that as well. So it makes it the perfect flashlight for somebody like me who is going around to different places, traveling all the time, and wants a mobile option that is also really compact and easy to take with me in the luggage. And the other cool thing too is that I can also, if need be, have another flashlight and use it for directional lighting, and always have another headlamp to light my way. So I'm able to constantly be checking behind me as well as to my sides. And okay, now I finally know where we are. So this should look familiar to those of you who have watched this Ghost Town series before. We have a small little side road, which probably would have been a driveway, and then we have our road ends in water sign right up here. And so that's another special thing about this flashlight, and another reason I thought that this location here would be the perfect location to try out the capabilities of this light. So once we clear these couple of trees coming up here, which again, I'm just so impressed at how much this light is illuminating. And I love that if I continue to hold it in the direction, or excuse me, hold the camera in the direction of my head, it almost looks like professional level video lighting, and all out of a very, very affordable headlamp. So something like this is even great for beginners. I thought this was going to be a lot creepier being out here, but having the flashlight mounted on my head like this actually makes it pretty comfortable. If there are some nearby fishermen, I'm probably really going to weird them out, but I'm not sure at this point how high the water is. The other thing is that occasionally some people camp out here. You're not really supposed to, but some people do camp out here. I haven't seen any fires going yet, but who knows. Let's see if we can, wow, we've come such a long way. But I want to wait until we get to the very end here to show you this turbo mode. But it is really, really impressive at 3,000 plus lumens, which is incredible, especially for a flashlight this compact. And my other flashlight, which I'm using to illuminate my face here, is actually about 5 times the size and only goes up to 1,600 lumens. So that gives you a really good idea of how powerful this thing is. This should be our final little pass through these really overgrown trees. I'm surprised how much they've grown this year. Normally, they're not quite this thick. Look how creepy this looks at night. And really, when I'm walking straight like this, I don't even need any type of additional lighting. This is pretty much the only flashlight you really actually need. You could opt to take a backup. I'm not sure that most people would even want to. Wow, that was a lot of bird poop. I know I'm getting close here because I can see the reflection of the moon off of the water. Now we're starting to get a really good view. Oh yeah, we were really flooded this time. So let's go to the very end here and see just how epic it looks when we switch to 3000 lumens. Alright, so basically to scroll through the different power levels, we hit and hold down this button on the side of the headlamp and it will scroll through. However, there's a few different special features. If I go ahead and double click it, it will go into something called turbo mode. And so what turbo mode will do is give you a burst of light of 3,350 lumens for a total of 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then it will go into a cool off mode of still over 1,000 lumens. So in case you all of a sudden get into a really big area and want to see a really long ways, you can go ahead and hit that and get that little boost of power for a little bit and still have a flashlight that will last for a really long time. So let's go ahead and look at this tree line over here, which is completely invisible in the current power mode, and see if we can light it up with 3,300 lumens. With the 3,300 lumens, you can see just the incredible amount of distance we can see. And it has a maximum beam distance of 133 meters. So this is full power right here. And then we turn turbo mode on like that, and we can see an incredible difference. Alright, so right now what I'm going to go ahead and do is take off the flashlight real quick and show you the charging capability. And then we'll go and show you this really special firefly mode, and then we'll take off and head on to the big trip. Alright, so here is the flashlight off. You can see how compact it is. Looks really amazing, has great design. And right here at the top is our handy charging port. So we have here our power bank. We can see here that it lights up red when it is not fully charged, and then it will turn blue when it is fully charged to let you know that it's ready to go. So when it's completely charged, it will show a blue LED just like this one here. And then also another feature I wanted to show you was that you don't actually have to use this flashlight as a headlamp. If you're wanting to hand hold it for a while, and you can take it out just as simple as this. And now you have yourself a handheld flashlight, or you can take the included clip and now you can actually clip it onto a coat, a backpack, or any other thing that you can think of. It also has SOS mode, so that in an emergency situation you can signal somebody from a distance without the use of long-range communication devices. And I mentioned that with the water near us, I was going to try something special. The ThruNight TH30 is actually rated as waterproof up to 2 meters, and it also is drop resistant up to 1.5 meters. So I figured since we're surrounded in water here, let's try a little drop test into the water and see exactly what happens. So if we were walking around here and using our ThruNight and we were just to happen to drop it, still works just fine. Now let's go ahead and see if we can drop it into this puddle here and see what happens. And pretty much we have just illuminated the water. And no shock. I'm able to pick it up. The flashlight's still usable. And I can still find my way back home. Let's go ahead and stick it under one more time. See what kind of cool illumination we can get. How awesome is that? That looks so neat. And once again, fully functional. Will get you home safely. No matter what the weather conditions, if it's raining, you'll be fine. If you're in a cave that's damp, you'll be fine. Or if you just happen to be clumsy and drop it into some water, you'll be fine. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start heading back up here. When I find a good place, I'm gonna stop. I wanna show you one last really amazing feature. And this feature could actually save your life. And if you think that I'm just saying that to amp things up and make this a good review, that's not the case at all. This next feature is something that literally could be the difference between life and death in a bad situation. Look at how incredible it looks out here, especially with the moon. I love this. I've really got to do more nighttime explores. How often do you get an amazing view like that? Alright, so this looks like a really good spot. So this is the last feature I have to show you about this flashlight, and it's called Firefly Mode. And it's something that absolutely could save your life. It is a 0.5 lumen beam which can last for 32 days. And you take the flashlight here and you just hold it down for a couple seconds and then it will turn on. And that's not a lot of light, but in a situation where you might be trapped or stranded somewhere, that could be the difference between life and death. This is what can get you around. This is what can allow you to find a safe way out, to get help when you really need it. And again, could be ultimately the difference, especially if you have come otherwise without any spare batteries, without a spare flashlight. Maybe you found yourself in a situation where you don't have access to other means of light, but you need something, and you need something to last a long time, and you don't know when help is arriving. This could actually save you. And we all know, especially those of us who go out there and do exploring, who do hiking, who do stuff at nighttime and in dangerous places in general, having a backup, having a safety feature like that is absolutely crucial. I think we're going to be doing a lot more nighttime explores. So many thanks to the fine folks at ThruNight for sending me this amazing piece of equipment to test out, and I will put the link to this flashlight in the description below, so that if you guys would like to get one for yourselves or for your YouTube channel, you can do that and enjoy the benefits of this light yourself. And just see how it illuminates the trees above and so deep into the forest. That's really incredible. And again, just look how far you can see with this thing. I want to put it on turbo mode right here just to see what it's going to do. See all those distant branches and faraway trees, which you wouldn't be able to light up like this. I mean, those are huge trees, and they're some distance away. I mean, look how far that lights up. That's just nuts. Alright, this looks like the main gate here. So we have finally arrived back at the car. There we are right there. Luckily, no one's got suspicious of me hanging out here in the middle of the night. So thank you all so much for watching this most recent exploration on 539 Productions. Don't forget about the big trip coming up, and check me out on twitch.tv/539 Productions to follow along on that entire trip on stream. And I will see you all in the next adventure. Bye everybody.